Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of Elements of the Unknown with your host. I am Jason McGray.
I am Justin Hume.
We're back another week, another story, another topic, another day of the unknown. Man, I went on a rant last week.
Yeah, you did.
All right, your turn.
Oh, you want me to go?
All right, your turn.
We always know how this ends up. With a bunch of uhs and ums.
And then you're going to thank everybody 1,000 times.
Yeah,
Remember
exactly.
the Thanksgiving episode that wasn't on Thanksgiving? It's been on like a rant of thanking people for 20 minutes.
So yeah,
You'd like to thank Jesus for this Grammy?
Thank you for being a jerk.
Listen, man, you got me. I thought we were going to go in one direction last week, and you just derailed it. And we were like, no, I want to hear this
Because
story.
I didn't get the chance yet to hear. Like, you briefly told me about what you got to experience when you went to Rolling Hills, but I wanted to hear your full experience.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear, what it was like driving up. I wanted to hear what other experiences you got to see in detail. I wanted to hear that kind of stuff. I needed to hear it because I didn't get to go.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, I'm living vicariously through you.
Yeah, we can go anytime, man.
Yeah, I know. Just, sometimes our schedules kind of...
It's been tough, I know.
Yeah.
It's all good. So now
we're going to get into the juicy juice.
You got juice?
I got
juice.
Do you want some juice?
I would love some juice.
It involves me leaving, so you'd be doing this episode on your own.
What about that juice right there?
That's called water.
Perfect. I like that kind of juice.
Do you want that kind of water now?
I would love that juice.
Okay.
The Pure Life juice. He's going to get me a juice. Oh, yeah. I'm getting into the juicy juice. He's doing all kinds of cocktails. Tom Cruise moves on me with it.
Hell yeah.
And I had to say it like that so you know what I was describing.
So...
let's talk about dreams.
Question for everyone that I know that we won't get the answer for, but here's a question for everyone. Has anyone else had a dream that felt so weird or so real that you felt like you were actually there, that you were actually in that moment, part of that dream?
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I have had these experiences so many times where I firmly believe that I was visiting myself, and I've said this in a live before, I was visiting myself in an alternate dimension.
Ooh, interesting.
So I think so there isn't really an actual term for this, that I believe that you can actually travel to different dimensions within your dream. I believe that once you're in that certain dream state, you're traveling in a different realm. You know what I mean? It's almost the same as, what's that? Not lucid dreaming, because lucid dreaming is more so the ability to fall asleep, almost thinking about something in particular, having a dream about that, and it being a super realistic dream.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
me touching this chair, I could feel this chair.
Yep.
Me flicking myself, I could feel that.
Yep.
That's I guess more so lucid dreaming. What you and I spoke about off air
Okay.
was dream telepathy.
Yeah, that's a different thing. That's a different thing.
Dream.
Yeah, there's a lot of studies on that.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There's lots. Like, guys, if you take the second right now, like, you could either stop the podcast or you can wait till the end. Do yourself a favor, go onto YouTube and view the millions of videos of dream telepathy. There's so many recorded documentations of people being able to telepathically communicate through dreams. What is telepathy? Dream telepathy is the ability to communicate with somebody through a dream.
Do you think they studied that at the Montauk project that we talked about last week?
Oh, you're bringing it back to that.
I'm pretty
Quite
sure. I'm
possibly.
pretty sure they did stuff like that because they did a lot of like
They've done
mind
a
stuff.
lot of different experimenting, so why not dreaming?
Yeah, they probably did. They probably did
If
some
they
studies
thought of
on it.
it, like what, like they probably did experiments of things that been brought to their attention, like okay, this person states that they're able to time travel through dreaming. Okay, well, let's just see if that they can do that. Let's hook them up to 100 sensors, 100 different monitors, and we'll see whether or not if they can actually time travel. So what dream telepathy really is being able to once again communicate with somebody through dreaming. So whether that's so me and Jay, we said to each other that we were going to, I guess, send each other, whether it be words, images, phrases, anything that might signify or trigger a certain dream or a certain meaning, or whatever the case. I don't know about you. I don't have anything written down in front of me, but there were a couple nights after that that I had dreams about things that I never dreamt of before.
Okay. Oh, here's the juicy moment.
I had a dream that I played for the Auschwitz Generals.
Oh, damn. No, it wasn't. That wasn't me.
That wasn't you?
Nope. I
I
can't.
had
I can't lie. I can't lie and say it
no.
was. It wasn't me.
I
Do you want to
also
know the message that I was trying to send you now?
what?
You. So you're. Is that the only dream you remember?
No, I had a dream about going over to the States.
Okay.
Um it was just basically traveling over to the States by Niagara. That was the
Okay.
dream.
Do you remember anything while you were there?
I do remember being in some sort of shop, but I don't know what the shop was.
Okay. Do you remember any of the items in the shop?
No.
I'm trying to narrow it down because once you know once I tell you what I was trying to send you, because it would be very obvious once I say it.
I know it was a bunch of small objects.
Yep.
There was I do remember seeing alcohol.
Okay.
I do remember seeing there was it, it was a bunch of little knickknacks. There's a wall of alcohol, then there's like this wall of knickknacks, and then I ended up breaking something,
Okay.
but I don't remember what it was. I
Okay.
couldn't really visualize what it was.
Okay. I sent you repetitively. I tried doing both words and images.
Okay?
Anything associated with the word battleship.
Battleship.
Yeah. So either seeing a battleship, seeing the word battleship, or the board game Battleship.
Okay.
Anything like that. That's I kept saying battleship, battleship, battleship. That's all I kept saying. Battleship, and I was like thinking about all different kinds of things to do with battleship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I just kept
Whether it was like guns or something like that.
anything to do with battleship. I was trying to send that through. So I was hoping that maybe you had saw something
Yeah, nothing
battleship.
like that came
Nothing
through,
related.
unfortunately. Did you have any
So
odd dreams?
here's the thing. With me having busted up sleep, I had zero dreams that week.
Okay, fair
None.
enough.
None that I can recall.
Hmm.
I would have wrote it down for sure right away.
So,
Unfortunately, I didn't. Now, can you tell me what you sent? I don't know if it'll trigger a memory.
apples.
Apples?
Apples.
No.
So, not just
Not even a craving for an apple.
not just the food, but the brand,
Okay.
the word,
Yep.
any like again association with Apple. That was night one. Night two was cars. Cars.
Cars.
Anything and everything to do with cars. Whether that you were driving somewhere or something like that. I was trying to trigger a certain dream about cars.
Okay. No.
Nothing like that, eh?
No, I don't recall having any dreams at all that week. Not at all. And the last few dreams I had were just interacting with people,
Okay.
and it was work stuff
Okay.
because there's been stressed about work, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just normal everyday every people stress work stuff.
I mean,
Um,
I've had quite a few dreams about Ray,
okay, yeah,
hanging out with Ray.
yeah, that's
Um,
big.
the other night I had quite the intense dream. I actually like, when you were hugging him, like he had that like
Mm-hmm.
that brotherly hug, you know what I mean? And like I remember, I don't know if I was crying in my sleep, but I was bawling my eyes out
Well,
hugging him, you know what I
listen,
mean?
man, we just went through an anniversary of his death,
Yeah.
and you were taking it pretty hard that week or two. So
Yeah, it was hitting me
it
pretty
I
rough.
I wouldn't put it past the realm of possibility that he would visit you in a dream to let you know that he's okay and everything's good, and to kind of, I guess, more or less just comfort you at that time. Hey, man, I'm here, man. Like I can. There's a lot of studies, and I've read some reports of people having visitation of somebody who's passed in a dream, and even people that don't know that person super well but knew him slightly. I was reading the one report, and they gave them a message and then said, "You got to tell my sister this,"
I'm glad that you brought it
and
here.
then they were like, "Well, I don't know how I'm supposed to tell your parents and sister this message. Like, I don't even really know them, and I'm gonna sound like a cuckoo person
Mm-hmm.
saying this to them." But they didn't do it the first time, and then the person, the spirit or whatever, came back in another dream and reinforced again. I really need you to do this. And it's like, why are you telling me? Why aren't you telling them? And it's because, well, you're the person who's receptive or able to receive a message from me,
Mm-hmm.
and they aren't. So I need you to do it. And then eventually that person goes and tells them, and then they accept the message with open arms and stuff like that. So
So
it's very possible. I do believe that whatever plane of existence that dream is, or however they're able to cross into it, I think it's possible. They may not just visit us in conscious awake time, but possibly in dream time as well.
So I definitely firmly believe that spirits or whatever are able to visit us in our dreams. That it opens once again, it opens up a portal between the living and the dead. Now, my wife, she has had an experience as well.
Yeah, we talked about it once. She got bit by gremlins.
No, not that. Something completely different to do with Ray.
Oh, okay.
So I can't remember that, I wish at this point I was able to grab her and tell her to come in here to explain the story better. But she had a dream about Ray, or what she thought was Ray.
Okay.
And Ray came to visit her, and I guess they were having a great old conversation. And I think she said that Ray started crying or started getting really upset, saying that he didn't want to go back alone.
Oh,
And kept on trying to entice her to leave us and go back up with him. So she kept on telling him, no, like, I can't leave Justin. Justin needs me. I can't leave my kids. My kids need me. I'm not ready to leave yet.
yeah, yeah.
And I guess Ray kept on saying, please, I need you. I'm lonely. I need you up there. I know I'm lonely.
Interesting.
So she told me about this. I said, let me explain something to you. Demons come in all different shapes and sizes and can take form
Okay.
of in many different faces, i.e., people who you love, who you miss. Also, the angel of death can take on forms of people that you recognize. The angel of death was probably coming to visit you and trying to take you. I said, so I'm glad that you didn't end up going because you probably would have died.
Okay.
So there's those possibilities as well
Do you
as
want to know what my theory is?
okay,
I know Ray. Maybe not as well as you. It's not a competition, but I know Ray. I was personal with him as well.
yeah, yeah,
And if I know Ray, he was late getting to heaven and he didn't have anybody around. I Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes is probably what he said.
Bro, he
Everybody,
probably just got there
everybody's waiting for
today.
him. Yeah, probably. Everybody was waiting for him. He's like, he sees Fran. He's like, oh, you gotta come with me. I'm alone. And it's like, no, you're not alone. They're waiting for you. You're just on brown time and you're
Yeah,
late.
yeah. Motherfucker
that
died in
that
2016
would
and
be
just got
that
there
would
in
be my
2024.
theory. That would be my theory. I wouldn't go the demonic theory. I'd go the raised late theory.
Motherfucker was late. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. I think how? I don't know where the hell I'm
Yeah, he
going.
didn't know where he was going.
He got
He's
lost.
just by
He had to
himself.
stop at the store to get something.
Yeah, that's it. Uh huh. Check for your wallet.
So, you ever heard of dream traveling?
Dream traveling. Okay.
It's like an out of body experience.
Okay. Are you talking like
Essentially,
astral projection?
yes.
Okay.
Essentially, it's the same thing as astral projection. Pretty sure it's the exact same thing.
Okay.
It's when you can literally leave your body, see your body, and travel wherever you want to go.
Okay.
There's also been studies done about it.
Yep.
And apparently they have gotten readings from the mind or the brain
Yes.
waves change.
Yes.
I don't know what they're measuring. I didn't go deep into it, but apparently like the brain waves start changing.
So there's also another term for this, and it's called remote viewing.
Okay, yeah, I have heard of that.
And remote viewing is something that has been experimented as high as government level of organization with people. There is a very lengthy conversation that just actually was recently released on a YouTube channel that I watch, and a guy was a former Marine, and he went Secret Service slash remote viewing program.
Okay.
And he talks about his experiences as a remote viewer and how he was tested by other agencies, including guys like Men in Black and stuff like that, where he was asked to um, tell us where our very specific. They would send a guy out, subject A would anywhere in the world. Tell us where he is and what he's doing, and he would have to remote view and leave his body. And he explains the way he explains it. It's like astral projection, remote viewing. He's searching all over the planet, and then he hones in on where the guy is with no knowledge about what this guy looks like or where he is or anything. He just figures it out, finds him, describes exactly what he's doing, and these guys get on the phone and they confirm that's exactly what's going on. Yeah, and this guy's like a world renowned remote viewer. He's older now. He's in like his 70s or 80s right now. I can't remember the name of the I can't remember the name of the YouTube show. You know what? I'll put it up on the page. I'll share it on our Elements page.
Okay.
It's really long. I'll tell you now. It's a really long episode. I think it's 5 hours. But he goes through a lot of stories. He even tells the stories about like cryptid creatures that he's seen in like Vietnam and stuff. Really cool stories
Oh wow.
that he actually like shot with a sawed off shotgun in the chest, and it just got up and walked away, which is incredible. Um, don't know what it was.
That's crazy,
Maybe
man.
like a skinwalker or something. He found a guy, an old medicine man in the next village, who had a gunshot wound, but he's like, I didn't shoot a guy. I know that for sure. I didn't shoot a guy. But yeah, remote viewing. He goes on and tells all kinds of stories about, and he can still do it at a whim. He can just remote view. So it's incredible.
Imagine having that ability to be able to just remote view at will. That
So
would be
I
cool.
actually know a guy who can do it.
Oh,
I know a guy who can remote view.
okay.
Um, he uh, he helped us on an investigation. I don't know if you know about that. Do you remember the investigation that we did where we went to the person's house and we had Cassie with us
Mm-hmm.
and a bunch of other members? You guys did the basement investigation. We did the upstairs. We were moving around, did a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had this guy remote view the house before we went in to describe the house to me because I wanted to see what he saw before I got there and saw it for the first time. And he was bang on. He was bang on everything. He told me there was a dark room, and there was.
Mm-hmm. Downstairs.
And he told me that there was going to be noises and knocks, and there was.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we captured a photo in that investigation. We
What
kept
was it? Wasn't it a hand
it
or
was
a
like it
shovel?
was like a hand holding a shovel coming up
That's
the
right.
stairs. We do have that, but to circle back, a guy I know, Dan. He has written some books as well, Dan Hammond. Um, you could look him up. He used to have a podcast called the Phantom Faction podcast, and I was
Mm-hmm.
on that. I was on an episode.
Okay.
Really, really awesome guy. He has some great books memoiring his ghosting days and stuff like that. He is also I hate to try to get the term wrong, Bigfoot enthusiast,
Mm-hmm.
amateur enthusiast, I guess you would say. He's a Bigfoot guy.
Okay.
He will go in the woods looking for Bigfoot stuff.
Sounds like
Um,
my type of dude.
yeah, I definitely want to get out with him. But he can remote view, and he did do it to the house we did an investigation on, which was really cool. Um, so I would love to pick his brain. I was actually just talking to him not long ago. I asked him if he had done any more remote viewing recently. He said he hadn't really practiced much of anything or gone out.
Really?
He's focused on other stuff
Fair
and
enough.
doing other stuff, much like us, life.
Life happens.
Do you, sorry, I'm sorry, did I derail you from your.
Not at all, man. Not at all. No, you're good.
About remote viewing and dreams and stuff?
No, I just find it all intriguing just how amazing the human mind is and is if we really concentrate the abilities we're able to tap into. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of non under like stuff we don't understand how it works.
yeah, and there's a lot of stuff like the human so how do I explain this? There was a study about how the human we only use a certain amount of or we're only able to use a certain amount of our brain capacity because if we were to use all of our brain capacity, we would die. The
That's
mind
I
would
mean
collapse upon
I mean
itself.
it's a theory.
It's a theory, of course, but I like to play with the theories. I like to imagine that the theories are factual. I guess that's where my unknown mind goes is all these theories that you hear about, like that and I think that's how I really got involved into the paranormal world is thinking, all this shit's real. There's nothing unknown about it. It's all this shit's real. But I like to believe that if the human mind, you ever see the movie Lucy
Yeah.
with Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
And I guess the only stupid part about the movie was the fact that as soon as she turned in or was able to use 100% of her brain, she turned into a fucking computer.
Okay.
That didn't make any sense to me.
There was another movie too where the guy took a drug and he's able to.
Limitless.
Yeah, that was cool. And they did a TV show with that too,
Yep, yeah, they did.
where access more of his brain with a drug.
So even in older movies, do you remember the movie? What's it called? Starship Troopers,
Yeah.
where they go and fight aliens.
Yeah, I watched that movie a lot when I was younger.
So they based it in the future. I don't know what
Yep.
year. I don't remember seeing any subtitle of what year it was.
I can't remember.
But they're saying that in the future, like they were pretty well saying that in the future we were able to tap into the mind and be able to mind control.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, those are movies though, but
Yeah.
have you ever have you ever tried to do astral projection?
No, because I don't know how.
Okay. Okay. I have to say, a long time ago, I did. whether I did it right or not. I did attempt to practice and do astral projection.
Okay.
I can't remember where I got the instructions, to be honest. I don't know whether I got them out of a book or got them online somewhere in the early days of the internet when I wasn't looking at stuff I shouldn't. Um, but I did attempt to repetitively follow instruction to try to astral project. I'm the me today doesn't know whether I actually did it or whether it was just my active imagination thinking I did it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But I would be interested in trying again
If
to
I
have
can
those
find like
experiences.
a step by step there, because there's websites out there on how to,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Look up how to do astral projection.
Or if anybody's listening that knows anything about astral projection
You know
or
who we
anything,
know who knows
oh,
how?
maybe Angela knows how to help us.
Angela, Roger.
Roger probably able to help us,
Roger
maybe.
can astral project.
Um, and maybe we can get some instruction on how to do it. Try to do it. Maybe we can just meet up and do something
I'm
simple.
pretty sure it has to do with like meditating and
Yeah, yeah,
putting your mind in the right position
yep,
and
yeah.
state.
That's what I remember from the instruction. There's a lot of meditation and a lot of like getting in the zone
Do you do that
and
when
centering and stuff.
do
I
you do that now before you go to sleep? Do like meditating?
meditate. No, I just the light goes dark. I go to sleep. That's the way it
I
is.
do not
Simple
so much
caveman stuff.
meditating, but just sit there and have certain thoughts about. I guess
You know what?
it's I want dream control.
If I do that, if I start to have like, if I start to make my mind active when I'm going to bed, I will toss and turn all night. I
Hmm.
won't stop. I have to like, I have this way of just like the light goes out, I put my head on the pillow, and I just wait and I just go out.
If I don't, I can't sleep.
Maybe that's why I get up all the time.
I need to be able to put my mind in the right state of pretty well. Okay, forget about work. We need to worry about what we're gonna dream about tonight. Because there's nights where I've woken up and I started having dreams about work and I can't go back to sleep.
Mhm.
So then I almost have to meditate. It's funny how the brain works that way. And I guess that's the whole thing about dreaming. Dreaming has everything to do with the mind and emotion. And what you dream about is how you're feeling and what you're thinking about. So they say that dreams all have ulterior motives. If you're dreaming about death, then it means something different. If you're dreaming about butterflies, it means you need to be free. Or if you're dreaming about this, then it means that. It's everything has to do with like opposite, which I don't understand, and I don't get how.
Sometimes it does. I mean, you can go and buy dream dictionaries. There's all kinds of them, and different cultures and different things have different meanings to
Yeah,
different dreams and stuff. So there's definitely a lot of information out there about what your dreams mean and stuff. But yeah, I do understand that some of it is very opposite, and some of it is just like it doesn't have any meaning towards anything about what you're seeing. Or like,
yeah.
oh, hey, a tooth fell out of my mouth in the dream, but it means that I'm craving oranges. Like, you know what I mean?
I want to see
Like,
the how the hell,
you
what
know,
studies were done to show this?
yeah, that'd be cool to see those studies. Yeah, for sure.
My
Or where
my big
who came
toe
up with
fell
that?
off, but what that actually means is I'm gonna buy a car.
Yeah, yeah, I want to see that. I want to see. That's some good stuff.
It's crazy, man. Like the things that he like. Is it boredom? Is it boredom? Is this why we do all these studies? Is this why scientists do these
No, man,
studies
it's not boredom. It's the curiosity, like to
of what the
the
mind can do?
quest to learn the unknown. The things that we don't have concrete evidence about is the quest of things that we still go. It's why we explore space. It's why we explore the sea and the underwater that we don't know about. It's why we explore the paranormal and seek out the truths of the things that we don't know. It's why we do this podcast to discuss things that have no definitive answers and things like that. And that's like a deep seated question. It's not boredom. It's definitely not boredom. If I'm bored, I'll just go play a video game. You're
Damn, bro,
like,
why you gotta take it that deep? You went deep.
you asked the question.
I know, but you went deep with it. I'm about it. I'm about it. That's all right. Okay. I don't even know what to think now.
I didn't break your brain that easily. I mean, I didn't get into any kind of quantum theories or anything.
Don't even do that again. Oh my God. Yeah. String theory. Mm-hmm. Which has, yeah, never mind. Do you think, okay, not do you think, I heard or read somewhere, I believe, this is a long time ago, and I don't think I've ever spoken to anyone about it. Is it true? Do you know if it's factual that we have electricity running through our brain?
Uh, in a
Because
way,
I read somewhere that
in a
the
way.
brain has enough electricity in its brain to, or in within itself to power a house or some shit like that. Which I find very hard to believe. I don't see any facts within that.
I don't know. I don't know about electricity like in that sense.
But energy, right?
There's energy. Energy and electricity is two different things.
So do you think with all that energy is that how we're able to do the things that we're able to do within our dreams?
That's a fantastic question.
You know?
Like you could break down anything that our mind does, and people don't understand how miraculous the things that we do as humans are. The fact that we are able to take light energy into our eyes and see and comprehend with our brain that light energy is forming a 3D object that I can actually feel is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That is mind blowing that happens. But yet we just walk around every day and do our everyday things.
And I think I read somewhere something like our eyes actually invert the image.
Maybe.
So everything is,
But
I
but
can't remember
your
if,
brain is decoding that light. Your brain is decoding the speed of each color to tell you what color it is
hmm.
and decoding it into a tangible object when it's not.
So what are you saying that color moves at different speeds depending on what color it is?
Yes. It's also why the sky is blue. Not right now. Well, maybe right now.
What?
The sky is blue because that is the light color that gets through.
Right.
And then when the as the sun goes down, the light particles that have managed to get through, they start to thin and they start to dissipate, and then the next color that's the next fastest is
Isn't
actually
this
like a
something
red,
else that you
a
spoke about
reddish
before?
orange that comes into play as it goes down, and it's all to do with light particles. You can hear more about that in a very scientific, detailed manner. Neil deGrasse Tyson breaks
That's
that down.
it. That's it.
He
That's
breaks it
where I
down
seen
very
it.
well. Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Man, that guy probably knows a thing or two about astral projection
Or remote viewing.
or remote viewing.
Yeah.
The man's an absolute genius. An absolute genius.
Yeah, he's a very smart dude. There's a
I'd
lot of
love.
smart dude peoples out. There's a lot of smart dude
There's a
peoples out
lot of
there.
smart dude people.
That's not me. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them there. I'm not one of them there smart peoples.
Not one of them there smart peoples. You know who is? That there Bill Clinton. He's a smart peoples. Well, you know what he says that one day? He says that he didn't sleep with that woman. I believe him.
We've
Yeah.
now transitioned to the skit of comedy.
Man, I love to add in comedy into our episodes
I
so
know
that
you
way
do.
people aren't like, oh, cool, this is cool, but like,
Nobody's getting bored.
okay,
I promise you, nobody's getting bored.
I hope not,
No, nobody's
because
getting
I
bored.
want people, I still want people to laugh because I like to laugh and I want to have fun while we're doing this.
We do, and you know what? There's we've covered a lot of topics, and there is some topics where people have said they wanted more.
Oh yeah,
I just don't specifically like they haven't said which, but sometimes they're like, "Oh yeah, we dive into stuff."
y'all want to see more Bigfoot?
Yeah,
I can give you more Bigfoot.
we'll do more Bigfoot. We'll do more Bigfoot. Okay, we'll do more Bigfoot.
But you know what we need to do?
What?
Wrap up this episode.
All right, fine. Let's wrap it up. We're done.
Did I do it right?
No.
No?
Wrap it up.
No. Hi, my name's Justin, and this is the end of the. Yep, you want to do Mothman soon?
Yeah, I do.
You ready?
But until then, stay spooky.
Stay weird.